So today I want to introduce you to our new module, PSYC398, Business and Enterprise in Psychology. I am Giulia Rampone, lecturer and employability lead in psychology and PSYC398 coordinator. We launched the Enterprise Initiative in Psychology as an extracurricular activity in 2018, and based on the strong positive feedback from our students, we turned it into an optional Year 3 module from this academic year. The module is highly interdisciplinary and was designed through the collaboration with both the external organization Young Enterprise and also internal bodies at uni, so such as the Careers and Employability, the Brett Center for Entrepreneurship, and the Center for Innovation in Education. Briefly, the module consists on allocating students into teams who develop a startup idea from scratch, which addresses a problem related to psychology. Every week, students attend the theoretical lectures and practical classes with expert mentors that guide them through all the stages of the startup development. And they also receive continuous pastoral support from students and academics at the Brett Center and colleagues in careers. They are assessed with authentic methods, including a Dragon's Den pitch, a pitch deck, and a reflective impact report. And importantly, they play an active role in the evaluation of their group work and individual performances, thanks to the employment of research-informed peer evaluation methods. So the theme of this conference is about valuing inclusion and sense of belonging in our students through our activities. And I believe that the two cornerstone aspects of this module do have a significant impact in this direction. The first aspect is about introducing entrepreneurship and innovation into the psychology curriculum, which includes exposure to a diversity of individuals and disciplines, the opportunity to make an impact in the community, and the acquisition of critical life skills and capabilities that will help the students face the world of work more confidently after graduation. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, entrepreneurship plays an important role in the economy, as it is a driver of innovation, job creation, and social inclusion. However, such opportunity is restricted to a very specific population with a very specific profile: white, men, core age 30-49 years old, wealthy background, and owning a business-related degree. So there is still a large proportion of several million potential entrepreneurs who are missing from the labor market and who face several key barriers, including a lack of appropriate education for entrepreneurship. So this has led for a stronger demand for governments to introduce more inclusive entrepreneurship policies and education in their curriculum. In the case of psychology, there is a relatively low proportion of graduates that manage to end up in high-skilled graduate-level paid jobs, and this may be attributed to the most of them leaving academia without really a career plan. The recent graduate outcome review emphasizes a need to increase confidence and awareness in our psychology students about the transferability of their degrees and competencies, and to reduce the number of graduates taking random jobs to explore options, all of which can be obtained by introducing more opportunities for experiential learning in the curriculum. So PSYC398 operates with the intention of addressing these barriers our graduates face and responding to a more global demand by offering the opportunity to apply specialist knowledge for the creation of innovative solutions that can benefit the community. It is expected to increase the number of psychology graduates going into businesses, but not only for those who don't want to become entrepreneurs. It can improve confidence and labor market attachment by making graduates more competent and employable, as it is also evidenced by recent data collected by Lib Golding in careers from University of Liverpool students before and after participation in enterprise education activities. So PSYC398 is quite new, so measurement of impact is still underway. However, we have already collected a gallery of feedback and initial outcomes that suggest we are moving in the right direction. So, for example, mentors from Young Enterprise were impressed with the caliber and originality of our students' ideas and found that working with psychology students was quite refreshing, as they bring a creativity and a sense of alternate thinking from traditional students of entrepreneurship. So this corroborates the fact that there is a strong potential in making entrepreneurship education more diverse and more inclusive and extending it beyond the traditional routes. Our students also perceived this strong potential as it was evidenced from their feedback. So they defined the module as a breath of fresh air and different from what experienced in the past, and an experience that hugely enhanced their time at university. They appreciated the module's impact on their skills development, and in some cases, this also helped reconsidering their career goals and aspirations. And they also enjoyed this range and diversity of interactions and support that they received through the module. The modules also boosted students' confidence in using social media for sharing their professional experiences. So more positive comments, feedback came from LinkedIn. And finally, more evidence of impact comes from the fact that some of these startups, in fact, 4 out of 8 so far, are continuing after the module. So, for example, some teams have won external awards and secured grants to support their businesses. Others have already started trading their products or are selling out regular events across the North UK. So I believe it's quite rewarding to see students' enthusiasm for once going beyond mere assessment performance. The second critical aspect of this module is about creating a positive teamwork environment through methods that enhance fairness and productivity in the group work, making it a more enjoyable and profitable experience. Group work-based activities are pretty powerful as they can lead to rich learning experience, can enhance students' engagement, promote diversity, sense of belonging and peer learning, foster creativity, problem solving, and boost motivation and productivity. However, it is important to implement effective pedagogic interventions in order to make group work successful. So with the help of the Center for Innovation in Education, we developed a group work scaffolding timeline, which involves students' allocation into teams by the module leader, so to promote diversity. 2 first weeks of enterprise-related ice-breaking and familiarization activities, and the completion by week 2 of a group work contract that defines the team's rules and values. More importantly, we provide students with opportunities for self and peer review performance throughout the module at 2 stages. We believe that this peer evaluation aspect is of particular importance. We employed the tool Body Check, which is built into Canvas and increasingly used across the university to give students the opportunity to evaluate their self and individual team members' contribution to the group work. This tool uses a research-based framework developed by the Katmi Center at Purdue University in Indiana. And basically, students evaluate each member's contribution across 5 dimensions, which describe behaviors typical of various levels of performance within the team. Introducing peer evaluation methods can be effective to tackle the important issue of free riders by encouraging internal communication and positive confrontation, and ensure that each member of the team is assessed fairly on the basis of their individual contribution to the final result. To this scope, we have provided 3 occasions for peer evaluation. One at the very beginning as part of the ice-breaking activities for students to familiarize with Body Check and get more comfortable with the process of peer evaluation. Another occasion is halfway through the module, which provides the opportunity to identify potential dysfunctions, reflect and solve internal issues, if any. And then there is a final occasion at the end of the module, which is used by the marker to adjust group marks on the basis of individual contributions. We believe that our group work management methods has been effective in ensuring a positive and profitable experience, as evidenced by our students' evaluation. So in general, despite feeling quite uncomfortable initially, being in a team of unknown people was perceived as an occasion for greater social integration. And students appreciated the use of Body Check as a method to foster discussion and healthy confrontation. We hope that PSYC398 might act as a catalyst for other departments to work towards embedding enterprise education and teamwork-based experiential learning into their curriculum, and raise the profile of enterprise education at the university. The positive impact of such offer is clearly evidenced by this module. These initiatives have a positive impact on participants' employability and their students' experience more generally, including enhancing their sense of inclusion and belonging within the university and the global community. Thank you for listening, and sorry for the inconveniences.
Thank you, Julia. That was really interesting. It's great to see Buddy Check as well. So if
Yep.
I have a question,
you.
but if anyone else has any questions for Julia.
Julia, it's Lorna. I just want to ask you,
Yes.
you know, when you said there was lectures, because it sounds amazing. It's something that I'd love to do in the law department. You know, when you did the lectures, were they based on elements of psychology, or was it about entrepreneurship, or a mixture of the two?
Thanks. Yeah, that's a very good question. It's a mixture of the two. So we try to kind of like integrate the enterprise element, entrepreneurship element. So all the basics about developing a startup and a business, which is obviously something that our students don't really have because they approach this module with absolutely no background in business before, with elements of psychology. So we did, for example, in our case, we did psychology of teamwork, psychology of leadership, psychology of enterprise and business of psychology lectures. So they can kind of like see the integration of the two elements. And they think that, yes, in terms of transferring this to another discipline, it would be really nice to kind of like see how the two elements can integrate. So combine elements that are specialist to the discipline of the student, and then the basic entrepreneurship education elements. So yeah, that's a very good question. Okay, so I think there is
Jenny.
Thank you.
Jenny.
Hi, thanks, Julia. What a great presentation, and it looks like a brilliant module with fantastic feedback, so really good to see. What I'm interested in, because we have quite a lot of group work on our programme, is how you use the buddy check to moderate the marks. How does that work?
So basically, buddy check produces a score. I will share quickly my screen again. And I'm going straight to this slide, which I didn't show. So basically, buddy check produces a kind of like score that then you can use to adjust the final mark, as an adjustment factor. The adjustment factor element is quite arbitrary. So in fact, actually, again, thanks to Will Mondrot, who is here with us today from the Center for Innovation Education, we had some discussions with other colleagues using buddy check about how to use this adjustment factor. And so basically you apply it to either the whole mark or a weighted part of the mark as you see best fit. So in our case, for example, we could kind of like award a little bit very proficient students by kind of like applying a factor of 1.05 to the final mark, or we could kind of like reduce considerably the mark of a low performance by applying a maximum of 0.5 on 75% weighting of the adjustable mark. And then there is obviously a little bit of the personal module leader's academic judgment, because on top of this, I get the reports from the mentors who work closely with the students. I have the group contract and all their meeting logs to check, to see how much students have attended and so forth. And then also discussions with either the individual students and the team, especially during that period halfway through the module in week 6 or 7, where we have lots of discussions about the progression of the team and so forth. So I collect all these materials to kind of like also apply my academic judgment to the final decision of the mark.